Hey guys, I apologize for that. I don't know why we didn't have the stream going, but we do. We have people coming in, so we will start in a second. I think Aaron Bree may have fell asleep. I don't know where he is. We have a special special guitar thing for the 4th of July. So markets are moving. Markets don't stop for the 4th of July. I mean, yes, they do. I guess the market is closed on Monday. Oh, there's Aaron Bree. Aaron, where were you, man? Where were you?
I was here. I was getting the studio all set up. I thought we were starting with Mike. Let's go ahead and bring him on.
Oh, starting with it, you're saying? No, we want to get more people in first, man. It's too soon.
All right, yeah, let's wait.
Yeah, if they say a tree falls in a forest and there's no one there to hear it, do you hear the noise? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I agree. In theory, starting with that is the right move. I agree. It is. Because that's how you start a show. But this is too good. This is too freaking good.
Yeah, so we'll wait till we get about 300 people in
here.
Yeah.
Let's just do one little thing. Anything you want to say? Because we got a special opening to the show today. So I guess I get your point. You thought you were starting. No one told me that part, so that's why I started this way. I guess we'll just wait until another 50 people. You know what's interesting? If anyone in the show right now, if you're listening, I can't tell you the reason. Why isn't the Salesforce Slack deal closed yet? I still have my shares trading. I just don't understand why I have not gotten the cash for that yet. It's really annoying me. So, and then beyond that, Mitch Hotch, I want to give credit to. Genie, Geni, he gave it to me. I was down 8%. Now I'm only down 2.5%. He has a lot of conviction in it, and I see it. I see it moving. So, Mitch, if you're out there in the virtual world, just much love to you for pushing me on that one. Because I see a little movement there, and I think that it's not going to stop. So thank you, Mitchell. But yeah, I'm going to shut up. Guys, if you're here right now, do me a favor. There's a little hand here. Aaron, can you show them how to do it? Will you have them show how Luke shares the screen, how they hit the thumbs up, the like button? Because we have a special thing from the live Maraca. His name is Mike, and this is for 4th of July. Will you show them how to hit the like button real quick?
I'm sharing my screen right now.
Yeah, guys. If everyone does this, it'll help the cause. We want to make sure that people are ready to celebrate 4th of July in the right way, the big way, the Benzinga way. And then we have a special guest coming up, Ross Gerber. But the beginning of this show is what we're excited about. Spencer Israel's been talking to me about it for weeks, and I'm pumped. So, Aaron Bree, show them how to do it.
Right here, where there's this little thumb that looks like this. It looks like this, but gray. Yours might be gray. We need to go ahead and hit that to turn it blue, like you just saw on the screen. And once we get more of those thumbs turned blue,
let's get to 70, and then we'll start with the special intro, the one of a kind. We're at 43 now. Come on, we need 25 more. Let's go. Oh, 42. I thought
we're hitting a resistance. We need to break through the resistance.
We need you guys. Zinger Nation, are you out there? Are you guys out there? Come on, let's go. We need to break through this resistance right now. 51. We need. Okay, we're moving. We're moving,
okay,
guys.
19 more. 19 more.
19 more. Let's go. Genie. Oh, you've been in Genie for a while. All right, I'm gonna give you a little credit there. That's good because
it says I'm Luke Jacobi. What should I say?
You can use his voice.
Got to.
All right, we have 10 more. 10 more to go. Good afternoon, Richard Judge. I love you guys. I've not been here in a while, and I just want to say hi. Thank you for the Zinger Nation support. All right, 7 more to go, and then we go to the national anthem. All right, Bree, are you ready? We're at 5. 5 more. We're breaking resistance. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
We need 75. I'm changing. We need 9
Zinger
more.
Nation. Zinger Nation. Let's go. Zinger Nation. You can do it. Are we there?
72. 3 more.
No,
you
want 75. You want 75, you said.
I want 75. 3 more. We're at 72 right now. I don't know who this person is that hit the wrong thumb. I'm sure they just did it on an accident. But it's okay. It's okay. We need. All right, we're at 75. It's time.
All right, let's go. Bring it out.
All right, we're going to bring on Mike. He's going to say a few words. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, this one goes out to my buddy Andrew Bagby. He just got deployed on a U.S. aircraft carrier. That's awesome. And Zinger Nation, baby, for making us the best for you, because you are the best. We love you. Let's have a great weekend together. Let's kill it. Call us when you need us. Let's go party, man.
Amazing.
Woo!
Amazing. Come on,
Pumped up
Bree.
after that.
I hope you enjoyed that, Raz.
Come on. Amazing. Israel, what do you think of that?
Spencer can't hear us. But I need like a hot dog, a Budweiser, an American flag bathing suit right now in a lake. I'm pumped up after that, Raz. I don't know about you.
Yeah. No, that was fire. Richard Judge says it. That was fire. Maraca. Is that his stage name?
It's Murica.
America. Why America? Oh, like why is it? Okay.
Murica. It's like
What's that
It's
mean?
America.
Murica.
Like America, but America.
Murica.
You guys just make that up yourselves?
No, it's like a
Definitely
thing.
didn't make that one up.
All right. I will not go on to that tradition. I will not go on to this America tradition like thing. You millennials, next gens, sorry. I will not defame America that way. I will not do it. Just not. The M-U-R, I mean, that's just the short way to say it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to come onto that one. But maybe that is a thing and I'm just out of it. Oh, how Southern people say it? Okay. I guess that's it. All right. That's fine. I didn't know it. I never heard of it. Never heard of Miraca. Never heard of it. It looked very weird to me. I thought that was his nickname, So
We'll teach. We'll get you all. We'll make sure you know all the new things people are saying online.
Yeah, you guys got to make a page for me because that's something I've never heard of. Never heard of. So I want to say, Mike Rao, he's awesome here. He builds at Benzinga. He's a big builder at Benzinga. He sells a lot of Benzinga Pros, but he put that together for you guys. He worked on it. He's been playing the guitar for a bit, and I thought that was awesome. I thought that was just simply freaking awesome. So just want to say, Michael, great job. Miracle. Wait, say again. How am I supposed to say it? Bro, Aaron, what happened to you? How am I supposed to say it? Bree. Okay, I lost Bree again, guys. I don't know what's up with him today. All right. He just doesn't talk. All right. So guys, Aaron, why don't you talk today?
My thing the internet went out in the studio room. I don't know what happened. I thought it was your internet, but I think it's mine now.
It's definitely not my internet, man. Okay. Why don't we tell them about our week, like what we did this week?
Okay, so on Wednesday, Raz played in a pro-am with LPGA star Lexi Thompson, TikTok star Griffin Johnson, as well as a couple different PGA pros. The first one was Adam Long. The second one was Matt Naismith, which Raz, I actually found out today. I was looking at the scoreboard, and Adam Long is from St. Louis. Yeah, there's Josh.
Yeah, in St. Louis. Big time St. Louis guy. We talked about it.
I wasn't there for that part.
Oh.
So you got Josh right there with Lexi Thompson in the middle and Raz. And yeah, Lexi was very nice. She enjoyed the time that she got to spend with us, or I should say that we got to spend with her. She has an incredible swing.
Unbelievable.
She was hitting the ball further than not Raz, but further than Griffin for sure.
Yeah, right. She destroyed me. That's Patrick Reed. He was nice.
Oh, I wasn't even there for that. That Josh got to meet Patrick Reed. That's fun.
Were you there for Phil Mickelson?
Yeah. I was one that
Larry Fitzgerald.
I was one that filmed the when Josh.
I filmed it too. But I think you got to it late.
I got to yeah, I know it was my fault. So there's Adam Long. I didn't know he was a St. Louis guy. I would have said something about it.
Oh, he kept talking about it to me, St. Louis. I forgot you're a St. Louis guy.
That's a nice club.
Wait.
But what happened with the TikTok with Phil and Josh was TikTok has a mode for 15 seconds that you can film a 15-second one or a minute one, and I was accidentally on the 15-second one. So when I started filming it, it cut off halfway through. So the one that I ended up posting was the one right after that.
But do you have the first version then somewhere?
Yeah, I think so. But it wasn't as good because like Josh took a second to start asking the question. So like for the first 8 seconds of the 15-second one, it was like Josh getting ready to ask it. And I was like, go ahead. And then he did. And it was actually really funny. And I think Phil liked it too.
But do you still have that version?
I think so. Yeah, I got to find
That's
it.
me. Hey, Gucci, I'm always willing to learn. I think, I said I would not say Miracle, but that's a known thing. Then I'm just out of it. Let me tell you, that's Griffin Johnson's swing. It's good. And then I want to show, I never claimed to be smart. So, here's Lexi's. She's so good.
Are you going to go at all this weekend?
I don't know if you can see. Okay, listen to this. Okay, guys, So Lexi was doing a chip shot. I gotta post this on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm Raznick on Instagram. I'm gonna post this. Lexi had a chip shot that she had an amazing shot, and then she made an amazing 15-footer. And I'm like, Lexi, it's downhill. Lexi Thompson, yeah, number 7th in LPGA. I'm like, Lexi, it's downhill. Listen to Lexi's response to me. Listen.
I didn't know if you could see.
Hold on.
I love her. I like her, bro. I like her a lot. She's so nice. Come on, baby. Come on. Roll. Go. Come on.
Okay, wait.
Come on.
So,
But you missed the first part of it where you go, it's downhill, and she stops and goes, "Oh, really?"
and then she goes, "Oh, really?" And then she goes, "Is that water there?" And there's a huge lake right there, you know. And so, wait, hold on. Here we go.
I didn't realize you were a claw this whole time. Oh my god. Holy cow! She tops Griffin Johnson. Look at that.
That was like that 20-foot putt. And then so I know people don't give a crap about this stuff, but it was kind of fun. Here's my golf swing if you care. This is the last hole. My biggest hit of the day.
Nice.
That was a good ball.
Yeah, no, I didn't really talk during her swing. I don't know why the audio was during her swing. I'm usually very quiet during someone's swing, but I don't know. That was weird. I thought that was weird too, to hear my voice talking. Because I'm like, I was going crazy on Josh. Aaron Bree kept trying to, like, my son Josh would get in the way on the putting green. We tried to kick him off the green like multiple times. I honestly looked for security for him at one point because I was like, he won't listen to me, you know.
I just was trying to help. I was that way as a kid too, so I understand. You know, like always moving around, couldn't stand still for a minute.
And then he took off that sweatshirt, which he should have kept on because he didn't have a polo shirt on, so he looked kind of like a bum, you know.
Yeah, he was just wearing a T-shirt on the court, but it was okay. I mean, he's a kid.
Have you heard from Lexi since the match?
No, we got to send her some stuff on Instagram. You ended up getting her contact info and everything, right? So
yeah, like you know, and then I won the tournament. You know, there's my interview after. No, we lost by 1 stroke because Jason Raznick, myself, missed an important putt. I think. I don't know.
The one that that was right in, but just a little bit too hard. And
yes, went in and popped out. I'm still upset about it. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. Oh, RKT Bill Big D's below 19 today. Great. That's great. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so I should have sold some more 22. Thanks. So here's what we got today, Aaron. Luke is coming on with Ross Gerber at 12:30. Ross Gerber is a money manager. He's been in Tesla since the beginning. Talks to Elon Musk sometimes. He went to school with him. I'm not sure on that. Will you guys find out who went to school with Elon Musk? And he was a good interview last time. Can we put something else on the bottom banner? Like, we're not saying crazy. I mean,
let's put our there we go.
That's not it. No, it's this one. So, and then, you know, let's talk. We can talk some stocks. I heard you went big into a stock, Bree.
I did. So I made a couple moves the other day. I have Apple pulled up now because it's finally moving after a whole year where Apple just traded straight sideways. Here, if I go to the chart here, you'll be able to see. So if you go back to last August, Apple was at 137. It's at 139 now. So for almost a whole year, it's about 10 months. Apple wasn't really doing anything. But if we zoom in here, we can see this trend that it's been going up since the beginning of June for a whole month. Where it went from, let's see, 122 up to 139. So Apple's finally moving. But my big move that I made is I bought into this company right here. It's called Array Technologies. ARRY is the ticker, and here's why. So if I zoom out, you can see. So this is back in January. It got crushed, right? Like a big downtrend. The chart's ugly. But then here around May, it's been stabilizing. It's been trading sideways. And Raz, this is one of my favorite things when I see a stock where the company is what I like. So they do solar energy. They're like the thing behind the thing with solar. So what their technology does is it allows solar panels to automatically rotate so they're facing the sun. So any solar panel manufacturer like has to go through Array Technologies to get this technology in there because they hold the patent and everything. And I love when a stock is trading sideways like this. To me, that's like a good sign to enter, and it might
because are you saying there's like good stability then?
Yeah, because I think because we see this sustained downtrend for like half a year, 6 months, and then it gets to the point where like now it can't go down any further, to where it's like finding support, it's consolidating, and it's getting ready to to come back up. And I like the company's business model, like long term. And so this is showing me consolidation over 3 months. And yeah, so I got into this stock just yesterday at 15. I might have bought it at 16, so it's down like a tiny bit today. But I'm looking at this to come back up to this like $30 level at least, if not all the way back to its previous all-time highs of $54.
Got it. Okay.
So the ticker's ARRY. Trading sideways for the past 3 months or so, some consolidation, and looking for a pop. So let me know what you think in the chat. Throw me a 1 if you like the trade. Throw me a 2 if you hate it. As you can see, the chart's been ugly, so I understand if you're on the 2 side, but this is one that I hopped in, and yeah, want to hear your thoughts, Zinger Nation.
How'd you what was your how'd you find it, I guess?
Actually, so I have a buddy who works at a big investment bank, and we talk about stocks sometimes, and he's big into kind of clean energy, like stuff like this. And he told me to just, hey, check out this stock. And I looked at it and was like, yeah, I love the way the chart's looking. But yeah, I mean, and again, this is something that if I just saw this chart like this and it was trading sideways, but I didn't also like the company and what they were doing, then maybe I wouldn't be as incentivized to hop in. But because I do like the company, do like what they're doing long term, and also it looked like a good entering point, then then both things are being fulfilled, and I'm like, yeah, this is a good time to enter. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm seeing some ones in the chat. Kenneth is saying Array could be a Kathy Wood stock, undervalued, 700 million in revenues. Yeah, and if you look back, they had a big red candle. I think it was back on like May 10th or May 11th of this year. And I think they missed earnings by like quite a bit or something. And it was that's not what you want to hear as an investor, but I think the revenue is going to go back up as more people are building new houses, using this technology behind the solar panels, the thing behind the thing for solar.
So on those kind of stocks, I really like to try to find a customer and like see how important it is to the customer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so we'll see if someone like Sunrun or one of these big solar panel companies is using Array. I'll look into it. And next week on Power Hour, we'll get into kind of who are customers of Array Technologies, see how people are using them. Is it more residential? Is it more commercial? And then that way we'll be able to tell how important Array actually is to some of these solar companies. Because obviously Array wants you to think, oh, they're every solar panel, whatever. We'll see if that's actually true.
Oh, listen to this, man. Is this where you got it? Chris Coddy said he gave Array out during the election night special we did. Love the long-term story. Huge intellectual property in the solar market. That's awesome. So I'm putting this on my watch list here. Okay. So I have a Benzinga Pro. No, I mean, Aaron Breed, that I love that you like it too. But
then when Kaji likes it, now it's going on the watch list.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yes, you caught me there. All right. I'm not meaning to deflame you, but that Chris Kaji, yeah.
No, I like it.
You know why? You know why? I think he does more. I think he does deeper research than you on these things. So I'll tell you what I mean by that. It's not a slight against you. I don't do deep research on every stock I own. I used to, and I don't as much. Instead, what I do is I follow smart people. So there's a few stocks that I feel like I'm an expert in. Okay. But then there's a lot of stocks that I feel like I'm not. So then I follow smart people in it. So Chris Kaji is speaking to me in the chat right now. So I'm going to answer his question by sharing my screen. He wants to know if I ever bought POW, POWW. Okay. This is a stock that he gave me a long time ago. And let's see what I did with it because, but that was good, Aaron. I like that trade. That was good, man. So he wants to know if I ever bought POW. He said he gave it to me at 3. Well, the answer is I definitely did not buy it at 3. So what's it at right now, POW? We pull it up.
Yep, POW is up at 903. So let's see. When was it back at 3? This was all the way back in.
No, Chris, he has good picks, but what happens is one person gives a pick, and then someone else goes and has research on it. It makes that thesis even stronger. Is what I'm trying to say.
100%.
Although it could be an opposite take too. You never know, right? If too many people are crowded trade theory.
Look, I agree with you 100%. If Chris Kajay said, like, I did some research in Array and I don't like the company, then that might be a sign for me to say, all right, I need to reassess this. Chris does do great research and preparation.
Yes. But it's also hard to be 100%. It's hard because you never know what's going on. But I got to show you this, guys. Okay, so did I buy POWW? Yes, I did buy POWW, but I bought it not at a low price. I bought it at what, 760 and sold it for a loss.
The next day, you bought it on 113 and then sold some of it the very next day.
Let's see if I bought anything earlier. I thought I had more at one point. Let's see. Nope, I guess that's it. That's all I did. I sold the next day. What the heck? How do you know that? Where do you see that? Oh,
it's just 113, then 114,
and then 120. Yeah, yep. So I didn't really. So Chris, I missed it at 3, and I guess I really screwed this one up.
You will not find this transparency on any other stock trading channel on YouTube. We will be transparent with where we lose money, where we make money. Raz, all right, let's go on the flip side. What's been your favorite stock? I think I know it in mind, but this year, so starting in January, the past 7 months, your favorite stock or favorite trade that you've executed?
Oh, this one, but hands down. Look how much money I made on this one.
BGFV, Big Five.
I bought 3,000 shares. And then I sold the 3,000 shares like a week later, right?
And that's saying the price is at like $2.60 or $2.52. But if you look at the stock now, it's up to what, $30?
Yes. So I was giving a little joke because Hector Garcia says things always get awkward when I show up, So let's listen to Hector Garcia. Okay. So type in the symbol in the Benzinga Pro.
BGFV.
Let's give a lower voice for it, Hector. What's the price? 25.
25.
So my 3,000 shares that I sold for a nice 50% whatever profit.
Be worth like 70,000 today.
Yes, sir. I sold for 7,800 now 3,000 75,000. Okay, so that's a bad one. But let's go to this one then. We'll share my screen. Okay, BTN.
That's what I thought you were going to say. Your favorite trade of the year has been so far.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the POW and the Big Five Sport. I mean, I would have made. The only reason I sold it, Aaron, there was no reason to sell it. I said, okay, you know what? I don't want to be on margin anymore. So I just was selling everything. It was really like ridiculous.
Well, Johnny Black is saying your paper hands.
Yeah, I am. I'll agree, but not on this one. Look at this one, Aaron. So BTN. Why did I say sell? I bought it way long before that. Okay, hold on. It's 2 pages. Sorry. Okay, so I bought BTN 6,000 shares at $2.40, right? $2.40. Now let's go to your screen.
All right, pulling up BTN. It is at $4.70 now. So that's good for what? Almost an 100% gain.
Yeah, but then I bought a lot more. I bought. Here we go. So here, look at all the trades I put on it. 5,000 shares. I bought additional. I sold at 2,100. I bought 5,000 at $2.40. I bought another at $2.50. Sold some, but then I bought. I kept buying. And this follows the same pattern as FGF I've been telling you guys about for a long time. So FGF I bought at 543, I think. Yeah, the XII, he's right. You're right, XII, man. You're right. There's no doubt. Okay, I effed that up big time. So I bought FGF at 540 and then bought some more. What's it at now?
FGF is at, is at 909.
Yeah. So I bought a lot of shares at that. So that's one of my biggest gains. So that's, the BTN, and obviously I bought the RIP and sold the dip in in POW. I didn't listen to Chris Kaji on that one. But yeah, that one is the one that you guys know that I came to you guys with for a long time. And you know this, Aaron, because maybe I think this is how you found me. Because Aaron was a fan of one of the shows, reached out once, didn't hear from him after, but then reached out again, you know. Okay, how do you do a search? What's Upwork symbol? Why is it not showing up? What did I just do wrong?
UPWK.
That's what I typed in. What the heck? Oh, open status. E-Trade. I had an E-Trade error. There's now. Okay. All right. So here's Upwork. Yeah, smash that like, because we have Luke and Ross Gerber coming up in a few minutes. So I bought.
I just can't believe you needed a confirmation on the Upwork ticker. That's your stock. That's like your best performing stock ever. Anybody's best performing trade ever.
It is, Luke, but I typed it into the security thing and it was showing nothing. So I'm like, okay, maybe I have it wrong. But I had order status as open, not executed. And you're right, that was dumb. So look, I bought Upwork at 15. Then I bought it at 14.85. Bought call options, $20 call options. Should have bought then another 400 shares. So I had 600, I had 1,000 shares going into earnings. I remember this like it was yesterday. 1,000 shares, so I had $15,000 going into earnings. That was like a big, a big position for me, arguably, but when I was doing this. And I said to myself, am I going to be okay with it? And then why did I sell? Hold on. I sold 9.3. I must have bought it back though. I bought it back. Yeah, I bought it back. So I don't know what I was doing here. I got weak in the knees. Look at this, guys. 15, 14. Then I got 14 to 13. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm wrong. So then I sold the dip and then bought the rip. So 18.49 I bought. And then if you go to the next page, let's go. I got a lot more positions in the Upwork. And then my call options that I made some good money on. And then I sold 300 shares at 25. So yeah, I was buying it at 15. And then bought some more at 43, sold some at 37. So these are like real trades. Sometimes you get stuck with the emotion of the market and make some sales, but I made some good money on my call options. And I still have 800 shares of it left.
Raz, I have a new investment opportunity for you that just popped up right now.
What? Are you going to tell me to sell the dip or do my thing that I do wrong? Go ahead.
No, Jordan in the chat said anyone local Detroit want to golf for money. So here are your options. You have two investment opportunities here. Either you yourself can go in and play Jordan for some cash, maybe $10 a hole, or you can send me and just bet you be my angel investor.
I'll play Jordan. Okay.
Okay, and I'll stake AB too.
I'll stake AB.
Let's go.
Given this pro-am, seeing how nervous I was like the first 8 holes, I don't know if I'll be good playing for money. So I'll stake AB. But
by the way, I would have been very nervous too, swinging in front of like Lexi and other pros. I actually had that opportunity. My college roommate's brother-in-law was on the PGA Tour, and he took us out to like TPC Sawgrass one time in Florida. And I was so nervous, like playing in front of a PG, because I wanted to show him, like, oh, I'm good, I can hit the ball, and then like I just was.
Well, the worst thing I possibly could have said was the day before when you introduced me to Lexi. I'm like, don't worry, we're pretty good players. And then I'm like on the 4th hole, and it's like a $20 chip or 30, and I skull it. The next hole I skull it, and then the funny part was when I started hitting the ball good, but not straight, but like good. They're like, good shot, Jason, and I was like one of those. Then they eventually saw that I actually had some skills, but it was definitely like a different experience,
Honestly, like I was surprised. Your swing is very nice. Because I used to caddy growing up, so I caddied for a lot of 40-year-old men and stuff, and a lot of times people are just like hacking at it, but you have a nice swing.
Yeah, I mean,
he might have a nice swing, but I will challenge either of you to Pirates Cove putt-putt. I am agile going up and down that pirate ship and across the playing through the windmill. I will go head to head against anybody on that.
So Phil Mickelson, let's talk about that real quick, and then your guest, or is your guest?
I just got a note from him. He said 1 sec, techno issues
Right.
sent from my iPhone 11 Pro.
Hold on. will you play the Phil Mickelson TikTok right now?
I will, but I just looked and I think I must have not gotten the first part at all. So
You
that
said
was
you did.
so here's what happened. I was recording
You
and then
explain
as
it. Come on, I want the first part so bad.
I know, and I saw you with your phone out, so I was like, oh, Raz was recording the whole thing. Thank
No,
God.
I missed the first part when he goes, "Do you like pickles?"
I know.
And Phil's like, "Well, who does like?" No, Phil's like, "Yeah, I like pickles a lot." And then Josh Raznick goes to Phil Mickelson. Well, then I have a new nickname for you. And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Phil Pickleson."
By the way,
like,
so I got the Benzinga TikTok pulled up right here. The video's right before the Josh Phil Mickelson one that we posted. It has 636 views, 910 views, 388 views, 559 views. Guess how much Josh and Phil's has?
21,000.
93,000.
Wow.
All right.
And we all day been saying that, and he said, and then we asked, what if he doesn't like
No,
pickles?
AD, can't you play it from the web?
I mean, who doesn't like pickles, though?
Me, I don't like them.
Here's a soup
Oh,
here
Josh,
for
what
you,
did I
my
give you?
Oh, thank you.
man. You got it, Josh.
My dad played with you 30 years.
Okay, how about when Josh goes, "Oh, thank you"?
Thank-
Do you hear Josh goes, "Oh, thank you"?
Oh, thank you. Also, I love when you said my dad played with you, and you didn't even say like your dad's name or your name or anything, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I think it was the Valero Texas Open," and I start laughing because I knew he was messing with him, but Raz didn't know at first. And then Phil looked at me and we like winked, and then Raz like finally got it a second later.
Yeah, wait. So last thing before we bring Ross Gerber on, I went back to the tournament for like an hour yesterday because Griffin Johnson's flight didn't really work. I can't explain it, but it didn't. Okay. And so I'm there and Phil Mickelson is finishing and he's walking behind to sign his scorecard. But I was standing there in that little back area. I pretended like I was a player still. I was sneaking my way around. Dude, I took a phone call in the clubhouse. Bubba Johnson, like Bubba Watson walked right by me. I'm hiding in a closet because I needed a quiet area. And if he would have looked down, he would have freaked out. Like, it was crazy. But so Phil Mickelson's walking to the scoreboard, and I wanted to remind him of the pickles thing yesterday. But it's one thing from a 9-year-old saying pickles, Phil Pickleson, and me. So he's right. I mean, he's 10, 15 feet away from me, and is like his swing coach. And I yell, "Phil Pickleson." He didn't look over. I'm like, "Pickle guy, pickles." They looked at me like I was a UFO because they didn't remember. They didn't put it together. If Josh was there, it would have made. And so I think the athletic coach guy thought I was trying to harass him or something, and I just looked away. I'm like, but oh no. And then there was 2 guys next to me who worked for the tournament, and I'm like, it's an inside joke. My son, he's like, "It's all right, buddy. I got it. It's all right." It was so embarrassing that I just had to walk away because I'm like, "Pickles, Phil Pickleson." They thought I was making fun of his last name, I think, and I was just trying to remind him this is the new nickname. It was horrible. Okay.
Yeah, Phil even said he's like, if I hear someone yell pickles from the crowd, I'll know it's you talking to Josh.
I tried,
but not you.
I tried to be Josh. So.
All right, but wait, listen to this segue. Hold on. So, Raz, do you know what sponsor Phil is? Who sponsors Phil's clubs and everything?
Go ahead. I don't know.
Callaway.
Okay,
and guess who owns Callaway in his brand new ETF?
Ross Gerber.
Ross Gerber. Ding, ding, ding. Rohan, can we get a air horn for Raz for getting that right?
I got the air horn.
I like Callaway. You know what? Given the experience, I'm buying Callaway right now.
Ticker ELY. All right.
Or Ross Gerber's ETF. I'm going to shut up and let you guys do the intro and let Luke take it away because I know how big of a fan everyone here is of Benzinga and the listeners of Ross Gerber. And Luke was very excited to do this interview today. So off to you guys. Peace.
All right, Ross. What's going on, man? Happy Friday.
I love this show. You guys talking about golf, and I'm taking this big stake in Callaway, and it is in the ETF. And I've never been more bullish on golf than since 2000 when Tiger was at the high of his career. And Mickelson is a perfect example because he really hits my demographic because he's my age, who's really prime golfing years. But then you've got John Rahm, who just won, who has this phenomenal thing about him with the COVID thing, and then coming back and winning the US Open. It's the perfect Callaway because that's the younger generation. And with Top Golf now part of this company,
that's right. I forgot
which they
about
bought at 50 cents on the dollar during the pandemic because Top Golf ran into liquidity issues. With the reopening and now, courses allowing, full foursomes and all this again, I think Callaway's never been in a better position.
Boom. All right. I didn't even have to ask for the first stock, for the first idea. You just picked it up from the previous conversation. I love it.
Well, because we just added this position, I don't know, we kind of doubled our money quickly on it around 17, 18, and we're adding to it even here now because things have improved so much in the economy over the last, month or two, especially with the reopening. But I've never seen the demographics so diverse in golf too. So it's young people, it's old people, but it's also people of all different backgrounds and economic backgrounds as well. So I think, and many women. So I think this is a really great opportunity because Topgolf appeals to the younger generation, and then Callaway and their clothing brands really appeal to, the Gen X and, middle-aged people, I hate to say.
Right, but Ross, are you a golfer too?
Yeah, I'm a golfer that doesn't have enough time to golf. So
Okay.
like I love the sport and I play it whenever I can, and I practice actually more than I actually play rounds because 5 hours is just hard to come by. But I try to play at least once every 2 months,
That's it.
Like
okay, because Ross, now we know that you're a golfer. Maybe you'll play in a pro-am with us one time. That's what we-
yeah, I'd love to. I'm actually a good golfer that doesn't practice. So like I could, like, if I had time, I'd be a decent golfer. But my partner clearly has more time than me because he's got his handicap down to about 6, and he just like thrives on kicking my butt because that's the way we are.
Well, Ross, you also have more hobbies. I don't know if everyone knows this about Ross, but he has. So your partner, I don't believe, has this. If he does, then you can tell me. But Ross, and I was supposed to when I was there like 2 years ago, I was going to come visit to the Tan Bilzerian's party. But you have a music studio in your house. Like you produce music and stuff, right?
It's not my house. I actually have a music company that rents a house in Malibu. It's called Cocoon Malibu, where it's an incubator for young artists, and we do live stream and we make music videos for up and coming artists. And we're actually going to start having our live shows. That was originally part of the plan as well. So we're really trying to revolutionize the way music is being done, from working in bars and trying to make money on streaming to live streaming and leveraging the internet and social media for artists to be able to build a bigger income stream, and also by focusing on using brands. We call it music as an influencer model. So that's, I also play music and I've been in a band most of my life. And so music is a big part of my life. So you're absolutely right. I practice guitar every day, and so I'm a much better guitar player than golfer.
Oh, Ross, speaking of that, I don't think you heard our intro to the show, but we had one of our team members play the national anthem in that, I don't know what you call it, that tune that he did, like, it's like that famous national anthem.
It was like a Hendrix Star Spangled. Yeah, it was like a Hendrix Star Spangled Banner.
What do you mean that tune? It's like, it's Woodstock, Come on.
I'm terrible.
It's okay. It's only Jimi Hendrix, my favorite artist. My son's name is Jimmy, spelled Jimi.
Wait, Luke, maybe you can get him to come play like a little thing of it. I'll message him. He'll come during your interview. Okay, I'll leave this alone because I know Luke is dying to ask you questions, and I just had to jump in. I'm sorry. Okay,
I always love this show because you guys are so much fun. And
it's a very casual show. We promise two things. We promise some jokes. We promise a couple ideas. That's it. So, but going off of the music thing for a minute, what was the impetus to get that started? What drove that?
Well, it was definitely not to make money. So as an artist, I wanted to figure out how to break through the current system in music where it's almost impossible for an artist to get through it, And so I was playing, I played a lot around LA and in the region, and I'm on Spotify and all these things. And then it sort of hit me when I met this guy named Cisco Adler. Cisco Adler is one of the greatest music innovators of, I would like to say my generation, but he's a little bit younger than me. So technically he's a millennial. But he's the son of Lou Adler, and Lou Adler was the guy who actually brought Jimi Hendrix to the Monterey Pop Festival, and one of the greatest promoters, producers of all times in music. The Monterey Pop Festival was him, and also Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. And Cisco has a vision of blending his music talent and production ability with live streaming and the current digital music. So we've also started a second company called No Cap Shows, which is for big artists. We just had Machine Gun Kelly in Venice with Travis Barker. It was just amazing. So Cisco's also running No Cap Shows as well. So Cocoon and No Cap Shows are really our hybrid music version for artists who want to leverage their social media, who want to leverage the internet to earn more money by putting their shows and putting their music on video on platforms where they can reach larger audiences. And it's been a hugely successful venture so far, despite many challenges with the pandemic. So we're trying to really disrupt the music business model right now. And Cisco is really leading the charge. We're having tremendous success in just the last 3 months now that the reopening has happened and artists are starting to play, but it's still incredibly challenging to book a tour or play mid-level venues. It's all festivals or pretty much nothing. So the industry is changing, and yet many people in the established music industry they're kind of old school. So it's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, and like the MGK Travis Barker, that's awesome. I've
It
been
was
to a lot of
crazy.
MGK shows.
And we did it in Venice on the roof on Brooks Avenue where the office is, and we just did it, and it was insane. Luckily nobody died.
Insurance would go up for all the future shows after that.
Climbing over the speakers, and he's on the roof, and they were begging. You tell an artist, don't do that, and they immediately do it.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, oh my God, if he falls off the building, that would really be bad.
See, sometime when you make it out to the Midwest and you give us a visit, you got to go to an MGK show in Cleveland too. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's insane.
Well, my partner's really close with MGK, so it's been a great relationship. He's a really good guy,
That's
MGK.
awesome.
So, it's good for him. He's doing well.
All right, and today's the big day. ETF is live. Let's throw it up there. Ticker GK, Golf Kilo, air horn for that one. Hold on.
Yeah.
There we go.
Boom.
Boom. All right. So you launched the ETF.
Yeah.
Why now? Tell us a little bit about what's in it. I mean, there's some high profile names in there I want to talk about, but why do the ETF in the first place? You obviously have a big business without it.
I started in the business when I was 23, and I was kind of like on Schwab as this stock trader in the early 90s, and it's very similar to the time we have today, where so many young people have been introduced. I was on this call yesterday on Twitter with a lot of people discussing the Robinhood IPO and the good and the bad of Robinhood, and they kind of convinced me of the good part of Robinhood is that it was sort of the gateway drug for this generation to the stock market. And now many of those people are expanding their knowledge and wanting to become investors and not just get ripped off by Robinhood. And they've realized, hey, there's a way to do this that's better than, buying and selling options, hopefully YOLOing, some amazing trade, because we all know that that's not a way to make a living. And so strategic investing, listen, I'm all for risk taking, but you got to be really strategic about what you're doing.
I agree.
If you're really going to make money consistently. So
Yes.
I'm not a big believer in relying on luck to build your wealth. So, now investors are seeking much broader levels of knowledge, young investors, and that's really been awesome for my firm. And so my firm, we've never seen so much demand for our services thanks to the Robinhoods and everybody else, especially when they blew up, because all of a sudden people were like, oh, you mean like they can turn off my trading? And I was like, yeah, but we won't turn off your trading, and it's like, we've gotten so busy and our assets have really grown dramatically, but everybody has to work with a financial advisor at my firm. And there's just a large portion of investors who don't want a financial advisor, and they are trading on Schwab, TD, all the different platforms that exist. And, I was like, how do I reach those people? Because many of those people want to invest with us, but don't want to move their money over to our custodians and such. And so the ETF was brought up to me by the Advisor Shares people, Noah and Dan, who run Advisor Shares, brought it up to me, and then they fully explained to me the tax advantage of ETFs, which I didn't really understand, but essentially you can trade tax-free inside an ETF structure. And so it's almost like 1035 exchanges. So like when we made our big killing on Tesla last year, we had to cut our position down to make the allocation reasonable, and we created a lot of taxes. I think it was something like 10 to 20 million just in taxes. And so we started assessing our positions like NVIDIA and Shopify. And if you look at my accounts for my clients, they have these really big embedded gains over, let's say, 5-10 years. And then I can't rebalance without a tax, situation. So with the ETF structure, that doesn't come into play because you can trade stocks for stocks, which doesn't cause a tax consequence. And you can only do this within an ETF structure. So for an investor or trader like me, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I'm paying so much in taxes on my own personal account. Now I can just put my money in my own ETF, trade until I'm blue in the face, and there won't be any taxes unless I sell the ETF. And this is a huge advantage because it's essentially a tax-deferred vehicle. So you have an actively managed ETF that has, right now we have about 43 positions, but it's somewhere between 21 and 50 positions. So it's somewhat concentrated, and it's multi-thematic. So we work around different themes. So Callaway falls into our sports and entertainment theme. And so, these 9 themes are really the drivers of what we think will be the roaring 20s over the next decade. And that's really the goal of the ETF, is really to provide people a core growth vehicle they can put their speculations around the GK ETF, own a little GameStop, a little Doge, or whatever people are trading, but then have a core position that they know is focused on the future and will be ideally the stability in people's portfolio.
Yeah, and like Robinhood gets so much hate, but I feel like what you're mentioning at the end is so much of the value that they provided. Like you get people started, and then they figure out, I should own ETFs. Maybe I want to do some large cap stock picking, and if you want to have some fun and make some swing trades around the side and be engaged, go for it, is my opinion. But that tax advantage in the ETF is huge. I hadn't thought about that either.
I mean, I didn't really fully realize that, but like Vanguard dominates the ETF business. And essentially what I've learned is like Vanguard actually does nothing for its investors every day. Like when you buy a passive index and you pay even a 0.01% fee, they lend out all these shares. They make a lot of money on these ETFs, but they actually don't trade or do any research or anything for their clients. And it just seems crazy to me that you'd buy an ETF that's the S&P 500 and pay a fee for this when they actually don't do anything for you. So when the ETF was created, they made this tax-free structure so when they did rebalance, it wouldn't have a tax consequence. But nobody really realized that you could turn this into an active vehicle and really take advantage of this. And I was like, why not? And it was like, oh, well, the big players don't like the transparency. They don't want their positions posted every night. And I said, why not? It's in the 13Fs. It's in, like how much does it change? And I always post about my positions, and I file 13Fs. And so I was like, why wouldn't I just post it every night? And that's held a lot of people back from doing these things despite the obvious advantages. So I was like, forget it. I'm doing this,
So we're going to get the ETF holdings and the trades daily then. So sort of like the Cathie Wood model. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I want to talk about a couple of the positions. So guys, I'm on the site. I'll drop the link in the chat in a second here. Tesla, biggest individual stock position in the ETF. Last time you were on, you basically made the case. You said any time that Tesla's below $600, which it was on that day, buy the stock. I didn't. Clearly it's moved the right direction since then. But bolt thesis on Tesla. Can you give us a little bit of that?
Yeah, I was kind of nervous because I knew they were coming out with deliveries on the morning I'm launching, and I'm like, if they blow deliveries on my first day on the market, I'll cry, But of course they beat. Tesla is probably one of the most amazing opportunities for investors over the next decade. Obviously, it's a volatile stock, and it's a very, I would say, combative stock for many reasons. But when you just scrape away all the BS and you look at what they're doing, it's just they're so far ahead of the competition, if you even call it that. I just got the Tesla Model S Plaid I call it a fighter plane. It is the most incredible vehicle that's ever been made in every category. It's so fast. It's a fighter plane, and this car is going to create a whole new refresh for all the people who have Model S's now. They're like, what do you mean? I got this old Model S. I got to upgrade now, And so that's really bullish for Tesla, because last quarter they had 0 Model S and X deliveries because they were revamping the line and the chip shortage and stuff. And now they've started deliveries. I think they had almost 2,000 produced in Q2, and now we expect that number to go up to more, hopefully like 12,000 in Q3. So we're now expecting about 225 to 230,000 cars for Q3, well on track to reaching their goals. And that's not even talking about Cybertruck and Semi and Berlin, and full self-driving.
So is the Tesla story for you, is it just about cars, or does it get beyond cars as well?
Yeah, it's AI to me. Okay. It's AI to me. Tesla's the greatest AI experiment ever created. The neural net and the supercomputers that's driving all the data from all the cars that are on the road is the most challenging AI challenge that anybody's ever tried to achieve. So think about it, if you think about it backwards, Elon's trying to solve the most difficult AI problem first, like driving in LA in traffic on full self-driving is got to be one of the more challenging things a car could do. Many drivers fail at this every day and crash, and so and many die every day in crash. And so all
right, how's your driving record? Are you a good driver?
Great. I have right now. Haven't had a ticket in years, and I'm really worried about getting one right now. And I've really never
don't get that plaid
the
then. Don't get the plaid.
No, I have the plaid, my man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why you're worried. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I'm driving this crazy fighter plane now, and it's insanely awesome and fun. I'm going down to Orange County tomorrow. I get to do the 73 freeway, which is basically empty. I'm going to try to break my land speed record, which is 135 miles per hour. Please don't tell anybody this, though. So I'm going for 150
We're going to edit this out
tomorrow. Don't tell my wife. But, if Branson's going to space, Gerber's going to 150.
There we go.
That's
Boom.
What's happening. I'm going to beat Branson. That's right. I'm going to beat Branson. I'm going to beat Bezos. I'm going to the lower orbit, but it'll be awesome.
All right. You might get some liftoff at 150. We'll see. We'll take some wings on it.
150 is like nothing for this thing. I think I'm going to get there in less than 3 seconds to 150. I think maybe 4. Hopefully I won't be in jail this weekend. So, anyways, so the Tesla
that's going to hurt the ETF asset growth.
So if you can solve driving, you can solve everything. That's the way I look at it, and that's what I think Elon's trying to do. And so when you think about Tesla on a bigger level, autonomous driving is coming. Whether it's in a year or 5 years, we can debate it, but it's coming. The Tesla taxi is coming. This is sort of the longer term vision of Tesla. But on the short term, we've got great vehicles, great technology, and just one of the coolest vehicles you could own. And it's really captured the imagination of the younger generation that everybody aspires to have a Tesla.
Okay, there we go. I like it. We got a McLaren to drive around Detroit for a couple days.
I love McLarens. I love those things.
I was so scared. I think I didn't want to wreck it.
Well,
I got it. Everybody at the office still makes fun of me because Jason and I were the only two who got to drive it. We were the only ones on the lease. And I wouldn't hammer it. I was too freaked
I love
out.
those cars. I love the McLaren. I think it's a beautiful car.
Absolutely. All right, but what about Roblox? We talked about Roblox last time you were on. I don't see it in the top holdings.
No,
the first
it's sort of at the bottom because of valuation. It's probably
okay.
a 1% position. I think we put it in.
Okay.
And it's mostly because of
valuation.
Yeah.
Okay. So like the company, like the business, want to see it come down to load up on it.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's the YouTube of the young generation. It's a platform. It's not a video game. It's a social platform that's safe for younger children, which you cannot say about YouTube. Parents are spending a ton of money on this thing because they feel like it's safe, and it is safe. But the way they've incorporated social features as well as the ability to build and make games, my own son, that's like his goal this summer is to build a Roblox game. He wants to learn how to program, and I think it's great. I'm like go for it. You know, he wants to take a class on building games.
That's
and
awesome.
and if you
How
think
old
about
is he?
jobs of the future, this is a legitimate career. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my kid likes these things. So the fact that you have a social platform that people can build on and learn, it's safe for children, it's easy to monetize, and there's the whole world out there. I think they have 40 odd million users now. They can easily get to 100 million users in my mind. But like YouTube, the content just keeps getting created by other people and consumed by other people, and the revenues pass through to the creators, just like YouTube. And I think for a video game YouTube model, I think it's genius.
Yeah, I think it's compelling too. I have similar valuation concerns as you, but it's nice that you get to see it firsthand, right? With the kid. How old is your son that uses Roblox?
Well, my 5 and 8 year old play on it every day.
Okay.
And now they insist on getting their allowance in Robux. They don't want dollars. So my kids are completely digital currency people. They see Dogecoin. There's a Dogecoin game on Roblox.
There we go. Okay.
I swear to God, my kids were playing this the other day, and I go, "What are you guys doing?" And it was like a stock chart, like moving up and down, and it was like a sell button, and you like gather up money and you sell your Dogecoin. I said, at least you're selling and not buying, right? But my kids were trading like this Dogecoin game, and I'm like, some genius made this Dogecoin game, you know, on Roblox, and my kids know more about cryptocurrencies than the people at Goldman Sachs, and you know, it's crazy because of the ads on YouTube and the games now on Roblox.
Well, if they top tick Doge, don't be too disappointed. You know, just keep the education going.
Yeah, I've got to get my nanny out of Doge. That's what I've been working on.
Okay, well, good luck with that one. And you want to hear the Hendrix. The Hendrix Star Spangled Banner before you have to hop off.
What do you mean hear it? You want me to play
We're ready. No, we got our guy. Hold on.
I'm ready. Oh, he's really playing it.
Hey, man. What's up?
What's up? This is almost like an audition.
Yeah, I should be. Hang
on. We got the live show and everything.
Is he gonna microdose before this? Because Hendrix.
Are you gonna microdose?
Huh. Hendrix was clearly on acid at the time, you know.
Yeah. All right, rip it.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks for being here.
Foxy Lady. You got to go into Foxy Lady.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. You know, I got to practice playing the Star Spangled Banner more. That was pretty close to the actual Hendrix version on Woodstock. You know, there's a couple little things that Hendrix did when he was tripping on that song.
Yeah, it was a long rendition.
But he's got to break into Foxy Lady at the end. I mean, that's like the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, of course. But all right, Ross, we'll let you go. We appreciate you taking the time to hop on with us. ETF out, big deal. bringing access to everybody. We appreciate what you do with the community, and we appreciate you always hanging out with us.
Hey, thanks, Luke. Thanks for having me. Anytime.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Happy 4th of July weekend. Maybe I'll be here Monday. Maybe I won't. We might do a little hangout. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I'm feeling on Monday. But all right, guys, happy trading. Stay on the channel. I think we're going to be talking crypto in a minute here. I saw some Shibas in the chat. Can I get a confirm on that, Producer Rohan?
Yeah, we got Shiba coming on at 2 p.m. Eastern. Moon or bust.
Boom. All right, we're talking Shib. Let's go. Let's get after it, guys. Happy 4th. Have some fun. Eat some effing hot dogs this weekend. There's nothing better in this world than a hot dog and
Get those rookie numbers up.
and a dog, I guess. Those are the two good
A slushy
things.
maybe too.
Boom. All right. Peace out, guys. We'll be back at it next week. And stay on for Sheba.